Hey guys, it's Remo. Today is episode 10, day 32 at Rehabbing the Concourse. Today was flooring day, and so we actually have some flooring that was installed. So come on in, check out the progress. So we're here in the hallway, and as you could tell, we have some paper down, and that paper is to protect the flooring that was already installed. So let me grab a piece here. So the flooring that was chosen was this vinyl, really durable, and it comes with a padding. And it's a floating floor, so it actually interlocks with one another. So it gets installed fairly quickly, and with it being vinyl, it's really resistant. So, and it's a pretty nice color. So let me come inside to the kitchen here, and we can actually see what the floor looks like. So this part wasn't necessarily covered because there's not that much traffic. The traffic is more in the hallway and through the kitchen. So you can tell what the actual color is. Again, this is a vinyl flooring, so it's not laminate, so it actually holds up to water a lot better than vinyl, because what happens with vinyl flooring is once it gets wet and you don't dry up that water over time, and when I say over time, a couple hours, it could actually start bubbling up, and once it goes there, it's gone completely. So, so really exciting. The rest of the floor downstairs will be done. They yanked this door today, so we don't have no back door, so it's secure, but you can actually reach your hand underneath, so hopefully no one comes over. So, and then this, since it's vinyl, it's not, they don't necessarily use a saw, so they use this big blade that's almost like a paper cutter, and it just scores the floor down to where it actually cuts it. So that's how they cut the floor. One of the things that happened today, and I forgot to mention, is we didn't have power because the neighbor was unavailable. But most of the day I spent calling Edison, and after I don't know how many people I was transferred to, we finally have a request order in, and we thought it was going to be, the power was going to be turned on a couple weeks ago. We were actually told today that it's going to be 5 days until an Edison person can actually reach out to us and make an appointment to get into the property. So we're at day 32 and we still don't have power from Edison and from the county. So it's really frustrating, but again, mad props to the neighbor that's letting us use that power. We don't have anything here, but they did go around and clean the walls a little bit. They brought some of the flooring in here. I think this is some of the molding pieces that were brought. So this is at least here. So nothing really here. The bathroom has little improvements, and I should say that we did have a couple days of not really working, so there wasn't that much progress to really report. The hardy backer is on the floor, and it was really temporary. They cut it out, so they know that it fits. Tomorrow they're actually going to screw it down. The toilet will probably be removed until now. The new toilet that comes in here will be the actual toilet that stays in from this temporary. And you could tell the doors, you put them in too early. They already got probably the damage or the gunk that comes with that was on the wall. So this door probably has to get painted again, and so that's not good. And here, nothing really to report here. This has been a lonely room, but it still looks like a room. So the flooring will be installed here tomorrow. So what was done yesterday today with very little power was that section into the kitchen. Tomorrow they'll continue into the living room because they'll have one more person, and they'll run it all the way to the bedroom. So by our next episode, the flooring should be actually complete in all of downstairs. So as you come upstairs, you could definitely smell the fumes, and we'll go in that bedroom really soon. The AC guy was back. Everything in the attic is now complete, and we'll pan in there so you could see everything from the pan, just in case there's an overflow from the condensation line. What else do I see? The flashing that exhausts from the actual roof, that's been installed. So this is actually ready for inspection, at least from here. So he's done completely there. The last thing is putting out the actual condenser outside. Now, our last room, which is exciting, got textured from our last episode and got primered. You can't smell it in here, but they just finished painting it about 30 minutes ago, and it really smells in here. Again, the window's been covered from the texture, so you can see how nice and white this room is. And if you go back to the last episode or the episode before, you can really see how black these rooms were. Actually, go back in the beginning episodes and check out what the progress really has, because it's really incredible. We've had a neighbor come in and just was floored by how nice the property looks, because they saw what it looked prior to us getting and starting the remodel. So looks good. One thing that's still in here is this big AC unit, which is worrisome because it's heavy, and I think I see the guys pushing it down the stairs and messing up the floors. No, they wouldn't do that. And last thing here is, really the only thing is they sawed off the floor here. There used to be the 2x4s that ran there, so they cut those. And so once the actual floor gets put in, it'll look nice. Now, one thing for hanging doors, and we kind of went back and forth, if we should put the doors in first or the floor first. And up here, they left the doors really high because what we're putting in here is carpet. If we were unsure, the doors would have probably been held off, and the reason is you want to make sure you don't have too much of a gap underneath, or it's too tight of a fit, so you actually can't open and close the door. So they've actually measured that into the type of floor that's going in there, so it should be not too big of a gap and also not too small. So let's check out the courtyard, and we'll end it there. So we're here in the courtyard, and you can see the trash just doesn't stop, and it's going to continue to grow because there's a lot of boxes and a lot of debris that the floor actually makes from all the boxes that we have. I think over the weekend they're going to fill these in, and so this will be stuccoed, so it's no longer going to be a scratch. And then the last thing is here on the AC, some inspectors are really tight or tough, and they actually won't allow you to come through this vent. So before we get that call, you actually have to go through the stucco and you put a flashing. So since the stucco guy is gonna come, we're gonna put the flashing here, then have it stuccoed, and so this line set will actually come through that, that flashing, so it's nice and flush. It doesn't come through this hole, and this hole could be actually fully secured. So not as much progress as we would like. Again, a big part of that is being just shut down by the county for not having the power done in time. But we're here in a good place now. We're going in the right direction, and I would assume by next episode we should be leaps and bounds from our last progress. So thanks everyone for watching episode 10, day 32 at Rehabbing the Concourse.